sorts of things, and yeah, he said he's so impressed with the service. Took a couple of months for the suit to come through due to various reasons in the Middle East, but he tumbled yesterday. He gave his elbow a big thump. That was pretty brushing up against somebody though, and also managed to smack his head, which is proving why you need a decent helmet. Right, away we go then. Well, he might have smacked his head, but he hasn't forgotten how to start a fight, because I think Spencer's going to go from the second row to be maybe up to third there. I can see Morgan Creasy looking for an outside pass, and I think he's trying to pull it around the outside of Kieran Smith there. I'll let you call the ball when they come back over the hill and down towards you, my friend.
Yeah, it's coming back into view now, and it looks like Cinnamon made fourth out of the start team. They're all heading back up to Park Corner. One or two overtakes down through the field, but not too many as we get round and make our way round towards the quick curve.
Is that front next?
I believe so, chap.
5 Honda. Tyler Donovan will be right in the mix. Commanding currently leads the championship there, and Philip Stitch on that lovely little Kramer should be right in the battle as well.
Oh, do you know what? I don't think it is Kieran Smith in the front. I think it's Tyler Donovan.
Okay.
They're just coming back round to you, Jeff. You can third now.
I will indeed. They did. I know it looked like a little red big dog Tyler there, but Kieran giving it a lunge down the inside at the bottom of the mountain. Can't quite pull that off. That is Tyler Donovan leading. There's Philip Stitch there in third, and in the middle of the sandwich is indeed Kieran Smith.
Yeah,
so
that's the second Smith he had. He had a go at Mansfield.
Oh, okay.
That's what pointed out who was who and who was where.
Well, we saw this yesterday actually, I think, on the opening lap. Tyler Donovan got the jump at the start and couldn't quite go on with it, unfortunately. But Kieran Smith trying to beat Kieran around here. Cabo's very hard work on anything, and he just he's married to this bike basically. They come across the line then. It is still Tyler Donovan leading Kieran Smith. Then it's Philip Stitch, Clinton Wood, Matt Brand is in 5th place, Tony Russo, Morgan Creasy, and it's Rob Marley, that's going to be David May who loses a place. Creasy making up 7 places from the back of the grid there, so yeah, he's going to be definitely in the hunt in the next race. I think he might be able to find his place somewhere near the sharp end of the
it looks like there's no shortage of ponies in Tyler Donovan's fight, because he managed to hold off Kieran Smith down the start-finish rate into the Park Corner. So then side by side the way into the entrance to Chris Kirk. I'm not really sure who's going to come out in front there. Let's have a look and see what happens when they come down through the creek next time.
Well, Kawasaki powered Tyler Donovan, Honda powered.
Yeah, he's trying to look around the outside. Kieran Smith trying to look around the outside of Mansfield. No way through though. Coming back down to the chicane after Mansfield, and they're just about to come back to you in the same order, buddy.
Yep, nothing changed there apart from the fact they managed to extend the gap between themselves and Philip Stitch by just a few bike lengths, but that's what it's all about. Gap 3rd to 4th is quite considerable, but I'm concentrating on that battle. I wish they wouldn't disappear out of my sight. We need some more windows and another story on this building, we really do. Over the top they go then through the Hall Bend, still Donovan Smith and Stitch. Clinton Wood dropping back a little bit, but I think he's still holding on to 4th ahead of Matt Rem with Tony Russo. And Tony's not having to worry too much about that lead in the extremes, because David May still a little bit further back as well. And the other regular contenders out there, including your old mate Spike, is giving it large. Here we go then, down these straight. And I see you mean about the herbs on that Kawasaki of Donovan's. And I just know that Kieran Smith won't be losing anything coming out of barn. It's not coming out from the previous corner and losing speed there. Kieran Smith will be on that sucker. He'll be nailing it as hard as he can.
He's all over him like a cheap overcoat, but he's not managing to get through at the moment. As they come down the Park Straight, he's easily matched still on the way down there. There's no gain from the toe for Kieran Smith there.
Yeah, I think they're both similar age bikes too, actually. I know Tyler Donovan's not exactly the newest Kawasaki on the block, which is why it's obviously in class. The older powered away class, the older machinery. Fastest man on this track is Smith with that 36. I think once Smith gets past, if he gets past, he'll be able to clear off. We know he's capable of doing those 36.
And he has managed to get through, mate. I'm not sure where that happened. You see that? It must have been maybe on the entrance to Chris Curve. So he's coming back down to you in the lead now.
Yeah, that's he's going to start running away, I think. He's got purple as sector 1, which is exactly what I thought he might do. That purple is about a second or so quicker than Tyler Donovan. So poor old Tyler's going to have to go, I've got an answer to this, I'm just going to have to sit here and pick up my 20 points.
Yeah, great fight though for the first half of the race. Maybe great for us to watch.
Yeah, okay, we've been doing entertainment for a little while now. All we can do is sit there and see how low Kieran can get that lap record. Trying to beat his own lap mark from yesterday, which was the 32 low. Already he's given it large over the line with the front wheel, getting some exercise for aerodynamics there.
Yeah.
There goes Stitch on that little framer.
Straight into the 33, buddy. He's got half a lap out of it. He's into the 33.
No, you do wonder if his brother Corey's predicted 31 should be on the cards. Well, it's not too hot here at the moment, is it? So it should play nicely. Not too much wind at all either. So
plenty of flies out there though, because Kieran Smith just ripped the tail off down the back of the park straight here.
I thought you could be able to see where you're going, I suppose.
Does help, apparently, mate.
Yeah, I think it's overrated personally, but you know, it's what you do, right?
I just wonder about your riding style.
Right, where I come from, we've got plenty of flies, don't worry about that.
And everything else is sticking to kill you.
Yeah, the flies are the least of our problem. They push down and go flat and bite you. Right, Smith, Donovan, Stitch, Wood, Ren, Russo, Parisi moving up a little bit further again. Let's see what Morgan can do there. Morgan's into the 38, which is the gap between himself and Tony Russo, who's got his class, of course. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 37 getting pulled out of the hat here, but already we've seen another fastest first sector with a clear run at it from the leader, Kieran Smith, who's got into the 54 4s. That's 1.4 seconds quicker than Tyler managed at the same time. So I think Tyler's probably gone, I'm never going to say to this guy is absolutely amazing. Here he comes in down the straight and there's double purple for a 32.8. So first time I've asked him for the clear run, we're already into the 32s. Tyler chasing after it is in the 36s, which is not as good as his best lap in the 35s there, but I think he knows he's probably got a healthy lead at the moment over Stitch on that little framer of 3.5 seconds or so. And then there's another 7 seconds before Clinton Wood comes along. Clinton though, he's got to do close company because Matt is fine with it.
That's what I was going to say, mate. That looks like the fun part of the race to us, because you've got 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th coming past me now, and it looks like if any of them can get a hurry up, there could be a bit of a scrap going on. It looks like there might be a bit of a scrap going into Park Corner, because Matt Wren is having a little bit of a step up the inside. We'll see if it comes out in front as we get out round onto Chris Curve.
As I predicted, Morgan Creek has got into the 37s on the low 37 without a 37.0. That empty track in front of him, but now he's got the problem of a bike in front of him.
Clinton's had the elbows out because he's not allowed him through there, but they're still in close proximity, all these riders in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th places.
Another purple for Kieran Smith in section 1. There is the 53s now. 3.8, that 31 is getting agonisingly closer. Wait to see what he does when he comes across the line, but I wouldn't be surprised to see on the double purple. A low 32, maybe a high 31 is on the card. We'll wait to see. He's certainly got the whole of Camel Park to play with. And again, gets a little bit of fresh air under the front wheel to change his gear. This time he does go into the lower 32.
Yeah, another 2 tenths
4.
there. Another 2 tenths off, so he's building his pace at the moment. 6 laps out of 8 done, so we'll see what he can do with the last 2.
He wasn't as strong in the second sector that time, interestingly enough. He actually got a couple of tenths on his previous best, so there's definitely a 32.2.
He's just
out
had
there
a
somewhere.
check over his shoulder, just making sure, I don't know if he's got a pit ball, but no, nobody there, mate.
No, he's definitely not got a pit board here. No, he's definitely not getting any great messages of support or anything else down here. Plenty of pit boards, but there's only 2 people wanting to field.
Clinton Wood is stretching this full place battle out. There's now a bit of a gap between him and Matt Wren, and a bigger gap between the 3 following this.
Brings cars on Russo that time as well, so he's in a position to get a little bit closer to start arguing Matt Wren and Clinton Wood. Morgan's not getting quicker that time. The track is still at 37, a couple of laps to go. Now he'll be pushing on as hard as he can, trying to make up the ground and get another couple of bites for a race over. So a little bit slower for Smith this time. He's into the 54.4, so it's about 6 tenths of a second slower than he was at his absolute best. So I do wonder if that 32.482 might be the best he's got in his race. Maybe the tyres starting to say farewell, because we are going to be coming across the line now to complete laps 6. Just 2 laps left, and it's pretty much cruise control for Kieran Smith out in front. So a lap record, I think, will stand with that. Actually, no, he went quicker. Sorry, it's a 32.6. Yeah, I thought he had 32.3, yeah, so no, he has gone quicker, and it's just a 32.4 is the new lap record. There we go, Kieran, well done to you. So that's, so far, I've got to say the conditions are looking good there, because that's been 2 races where we have seen lap records set in the Open 500 and indeed in the Ultras.
Excellent.
The money's in. Well, the other big one is coming up next. We'll worry about that in just a moment. We'll just count this one down.
Ooh, the gap has closed between Kinderwood and Matt Wren, so this is not over yet between these two, and Matt Wren is having a he's up alongside on the run up to Park Corner. He's just got up the inside. Let's see how good Clinton is on the break. Remember what I said about him pinning that bike?
Oh yeah.
Let's see what happens when he comes out, when they don't come out onto Chris Kerr.
Well, he's got an injured elbow as well. I will chuck that into him.
Well, he's managed to right down the outside. He's fending Matt Wren off. He's managed to do that.
Yeah, it's amazing what adrenaline will do for pain.
Yeah, as they come down to Mansfield, it's normal service is resumed for Peter Wood and Matt Wren, but it's closed the group up a bit. That little scrap has closed the group up a bit. So as they come back towards you, you'll see what I mean, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 3-1 near 4-way battle there. I think Tony Russo, of course, is just hanging on to the coattails. He's going to be comfortably. Actually, looking behind Tony Russo there, I know that's not who I thought it was. Sorry. I was wondering if that's Marley, it's not Mate. There's no battle for position there. But yeah, this is where the battle is, and this time round they're going to be getting the old hurry up flag, because I can see the yellow flag with the black cross on it, letting people know you've got one more circulation to go as Donovan comes across the line, a couple of seconds ahead of Stitch there. Here we go then, to the line. Clinton Wood giving us some fresh air under the front wheel as he powers his way down the straight. He's really established that gap now, 2.5 seconds.
I think he's at the wake-up call.
Yeah, absolutely.
He may be a bit comfortable, and now he's still, hang on, I better get on with it.
Watch Ren and Creasy though, because I don't think Morgan's quite finished yet. He's still pushing on hard. Russo with the PP that time round, so he's still getting on like this.
Creasy might be falling into the tracks of Russo as they run up to
right.
corner. They're almost alongside, but I don't think he's close enough to make the pass though.
Obviously different classes, but as we so often said, you just want to beat the bike you've got around you.
Yeah, have a fight in 10 places, but you don't care who it is.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you come away with a big argument and you end up at the top of it. It puts a real smile on your dial. In fact, even if you don't end up at the top of it, sometimes you just enjoy the good scrap, don't you?
Indeed, mate, indeed. Clinton Wood looks like he's dealt with this though, because he's got clear air here between him and the other three.
Right, waiting for Kieran Smith and to mono his way across the line dial. So, excellent effort from Kieran Smith. Another lap record, 32.482. So, well done to Kieran.
I think he'll be challenged by his brother again in about 31.
Yeah, come on, you're half a second away.
4 seconds, come on.
Yeah, what's half a second between friends? Tyler Donovan. Very much working on that championship approach with that second place. A good solid effort from him. Philip Stitch, first time we've actually seen him and the Kramer come and play with us, and he picks up a very worthy 3rd place there. Next across the line, it is indeed Clinton Wood. Here comes that battle. Morgan Creasy slowing on the line there. Did he miss a gear or something? It was right at the pitch. Matt Wren goes swooping past it. Creasy does hold off Tony Russo there by just a couple of tenths of a second. But I think Morgan might have missed a gear or something there, because all of a sudden Matt Wren went, mirror signal manoeuvre, round he goes. Rob Marley finishes behind that little argument. Just waiting for David May to find his way around to claim 2nd in the extremes, and he'll be ahead of Sean Moss, who is the other main extreme rider in this particular class. Alright, behind them is going to be Eagling, Spike, Holden, Twin Scales, who will tunnel their way to line. No Twin Scales, unfortunately. He got back to the pits already, unfortunately, so he went back there at the start of the race actually. He did have some problems yesterday, I think, Kevin, so great shame. Hopefully they'll get on top of them and we'll see him a bit later.
Mike Abraham had a few problems, I don't know if you remember, but he managed to get over.
What, you mean the silver bits in the oil?